Hey y'all, we are group 5 from the FAMS 3000 social work class. My name is Maddie Paliz and I will be playing the role of social worker 1.
My name is Michael Thompson. I'll be playing the client, Jacob White.
Hi, my name is Katie Eck, and I'll be playing the role of social worker number 2.
Hi, I'm Kelly Woods, and I will be social worker number 3.
Awesome. So as we get this reg or presentation started, I will just jump right into it. So, hello Jacob. Is that who I'm speaking with?
Yeah, you are.
Awesome. And then just to make sure that I'm speaking with the right person, what is your birthday?
Sorry. My birthday is August 23rd, 1991.
Awesome. Perfect. That's what we have as well. So, hello, welcome. My name is Maddie. This is Katie and Kelly. We are social workers. And we are meeting with you today to do kind of a general assessment. But I wanted to first ask, do you know why you're meeting with us?
Yeah, I know why. It's because my parents feel that I have a substance abuse problem, and so they told me I should talk to you guys.
Okay, awesome. And how are you doing today with all of that in mind? Are you nervous about this appointment? What are your thoughts and feelings?
You could say I'm a little nervous, but for the most part I'm okay. If anything, just a little irritated that my parents pushed me into this, but I listened to them, so I'm here.
Well, we appreciate you being here and we appreciate you being a good sport for your parents. And I'm sure they do as well. Our job, though, here is to work for your best interest. So the more honest and open you can be with us, the better. So I would just ask that you answer all of the questions that we ask you today in an honest way, and you will be able to get the most out of this experience. And to settle any nerves, all we'll do today is just ask you a bunch of questions about your past, present, and how you're feeling. And you are welcome to answer to your discretion. Um, and is there any questions that you have before we begin?
No, we can get going.
Great. I'm going to pass the ball to Katie, who will explain more.
Hi, Jacob. Like you said, my name is Katie, and I'm just wanting to go over some laws, if that's okay, that we have to follow. Um, but essentially, everything that you share with us is confidential. Our conversations, your records, billing info, etc. But there are also mandatory reporting laws that we have to abide by. So if you happen to share anything about abuse, neglect, or anything that warrants concerns about your safety or the safety of others, we have to report that to the state. Do you have any questions about that?
No, it makes sense.
Cool. All right. I will get you passed off to my friend Kelly. Thank you.
Hey, Jacob, this is Kelly. I'm so glad that you understand about the confidential nature of our conversation and your HIPAA rights. Let me just ask you a few more questions about just clarifying on your information. I just want to make sure we have your name spelled correctly. It's Jacob, Jacob. And is that what you prefer to be called, as Jacob?
Oh yeah, I just go by Jacob.
Okay, great. And I wanted to ask what pronouns you prefer.
I use the male pronouns.
Okay, great. And then also wanted to clarify that what the primary language spoken in the home is it English?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And then I see, let's see, what religion does your family practice?
We're Catholic.
Okay. And I see that you're 17 and so you're in high school?
Yeah, I'm a junior at my high school.
Okay. And how's that going for you? How are your grades? How's school going for you?
It's going fine. I have good grades, mostly A's.
Oh, that's excellent. Good job. That's hard to do, especially the junior year. It gets hard. So thank you for sharing that information. And I will pass you back to Maddie, who will continue to ask a few more questions.
Alrighty. So, Jacob, we just wanted to ask, first and foremost, do you, what would you feel like is the biggest issue that you're struggling with right now?
I don't really feel like I have any big issues right now, but what my parents are concerned with is just my, I guess you could say, my smoking and some of my drinking habits. But I don't think it's a big issue because I do it socially, but that's why I'm here.
Okay, that's understandable. I think that's very normal in teenagehood to have conflicting views between you and your parents. So just know you're not alone in that. Um, and I do want to ask more about why your parents think that this is an issue. Is this like a frequent thing to use, to smoke and use different drugs?
Well, it was only, 2 weeks ago they saw me doing it. I guess it was just one too many times that they felt that this was more than is good for my age for how much I've been using certain substances. But I don't know, it's just something I do, like I said, socially and to kind of relieve some stress. Guess you could say just kind of get through the day.
Okay, so would you say that it's like a daily occurrence to use drugs?
I mean, not daily, but it's something I do every week probably.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you for your honesty. Um, and we're gonna kind of switch gears a little bit. How is your sleeping habits? Do you have any sleep diagnoses, nightmares, have a hard time going to sleep?
Um, I I go to sleep really late, so I don't really have any diagnosis for that. I think that's just a normal guy thing. But no, I mean I'm a bit of a light sleeper, you could say, but I just go to bed really late. So
Okay. And do you feel like you're getting adequate sleep? Or do you feel like you're tired all the time?
I mean I'm tired all the time, but again, I think that's just a normal guy thing.
Okay. And you are you having any nightmares?
Oh no, not that.
Great.
I'm not.
Great. And then how is your physical health overall?
I feel good. I don't have any problems.
Great. And your eating is on par as well as your sleeping?
Yeah, I snack a lot and I eat enough.
Great. Okay. Looking at kind of like your social and family life, do you have any family history of mental illness or substance abuse?
Not that I know of.
That's great, actually, and very rare. So that's cool. Um, how has your relationship with your family been recently?
Um, I'd say it's been good. My parents have been, they probably would disagree with me thinking that I'm a little more distant, but I think that's just because sometimes I need a break from them kind of stressing me out. But no, I still love them. They're good, but they're a little on my back a lot.
Yes, understandable. And how would you say your relationship with your friends has been?
Um, it's been good. We hang out and have a good time.
Awesome. And then who would you say is your best friend?
Uh, well, I actually recently lost my best friend. Her
Oh,
name is Stacy. She's awesome person, but she passed away in a car accident.
oh darn. Was that recently?
Um, just several months back.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And uh Do you have any romantic interests right now?
No, not right now. I also just broke up with my last ex recently.
Oh my goodness, you've had lots of life changes. That is quite crazy. And then one other question. Where were you born? Your birth city and state.
I was born in Salt Lake in Utah.
Great. And I'm going to pass it over to Katie to ask you some more questions.
Awesome, thank you. So Jacob, you mentioned um, that you're here, or sorry, you mentioned that you have lost one of your best friends. And I imagine that's been very difficult for you. So I'm wondering if you've been feeling depressed at all, or if you feel like you want to disappear or not wake up in the morning.
I wouldn't say that I'm depressed. I think I'm doing all right, all things considered.
Okay, that's good. Um, have you ever harmed yourself?
I mean, I've experimented with things like kind of like with the substances. I just kind of like to feel different things, and so like with a butter knife, I've like cut myself just to really feel something. But that's all it is just looking for that feeling.
Yeah. So is that kind of maybe like a reason why you've been experimenting with like the marijuana and the alcohol and stuff to kind of try to feel life?
Um, I'd say that I do, you know, those substances to kind of get away from life, just have a bit of a break, socially. Just
Hmm.
that's why, get with my friends and just have a break from the world for a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense. So with looks like you mentioned marijuana, alcohol, Oxycontin. Is that everything that you've been experimenting with?
Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, cool. Thank you for that, for your honesty. With the alcohol, how often would you say that you drink it?
Um, Probably at most once a month, just when I'm with friends for like a party.
Hmm. Yeah, and is it like just like one glass? Is it more than that?
I never really get, you know, blacked out drunk if that's the question. You know, just to
Hmm.
socialize, just enough to feel a little something.
Yeah, okay. And then with marijuana, how often do you say that you use that?
Probably weekly.
Okay, like multiple times a week or just like once a week?
Depends, but probably like once or twice a week.
Okay, sounds good. And then with the Oxycontin, how often would you say that you use that?
Um, I don't I don't use it as much as other substances, but it is something that I use if I can get my hands on it. So probably a few
Hmm.
times a month.
Okay, thank you for your honesty. Um, and then let's see, have you experienced any like physical, mental health or like psychiatric issues in your past or present?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Okay, awesome. And then how about any physical, mental, or sexual abuse? Like, do you feel safe at home with your family and friends?
Oh yeah, I feel safe. I have no issues with that.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Jacob, for being so honest with me. I'm going to get you passed over to my friend Kelly.
Hi, Jacob. Thank you so much for your honesty so far. I know these are very difficult issues to talk about. It sounds like you've been going through a lot with your friend passing away and breaking up with your girlfriend, and some struggles with your parents in regards to your substance use and your drinking. Let me just ask a couple more questions. Have you ever experienced any domestic violence, which is violence in your home?
No, I haven't.
Okay, you've never witnessed that either?
Oh no.
Okay, good. And then have you, as far as like just completing this portion of the legal history, have you had any trouble with the authorities, with the police or troubles at school, any legal troubles?
No, that's not something I've struggled with.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. That sounds good. All right. Well, considering everything that you've told us, let me see if I can just sum this up. We understand that you've experienced some thoughts of suicide, but you haven't necessarily acted on them, but that your parents are aware of it and you guys have a safety plan in place. Is that correct?
Um, yeah, yeah, I haven't thought of suicide, but yeah, that's correct. That I have a plan with my parents and stuff.
Okay, so they're aware of like you thinking about knives and that that you talk with them about that. Is that
Yeah.
correct? Okay, good. All right. And then we also know that you've experienced some trauma recently with your friend passing away and that you might be feeling some grief in losing her and also in breaking up with your girlfriend. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then also you've had, like we said before, you've had some substance use with marijuana and Oxycontin and also drinking alcohol. Is that what you've told us so far? Do I understand that correctly?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, good. All right. I see you have some good things going for you as well, though. You've managed to, despite all the things that you've been struggling with lately, you've maintained good grades at school. You're clearly intelligent. Um, is there any hobbies or sports that you like participating in? Tell me about that aspect of your life.
Well, recently I've gotten quite into, like karate, jujitsu, but in the past I used to snowboard quite a bit with like friends and my family.
Okay, so you like the winter sports, being outside in the mountains, and then you do karate and jujitsu. That's ongoing. Do you do it weekly? Or how often do
Um,
you do that?
Whenever I have time to, but yeah, I try to do it as often as I can.
Okay, good. Sounds like you're very athletic as well. Okay, and I also know that you have parents who are concerned about you and love you. I know that can be annoying, but I think that's a strength that you have in having a family that's supportive of you. So with that being said, we'd like to make some recommendations, some referrals for you. Um, and if you're open to that, I'll go through those with you. Does that sound okay? Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing that we think would be a positive place to start would be with the Christian Counseling Center. I know you said your family's Catholic and that you have a Christian background. They offer individual and family therapy. And so we can put you in touch with them. And so you could have a therapist that you can talk to on your own, and then potentially one that would also be willing to talk with your parents and yourself together. So they can work with you on that so that you can maybe work through some of these. You've had some overwhelming situations with losing your friends and just some struggles in that area. The second thing that we would like to refer you to is the Salt Lake County Youth Services. They have a program for teenagers. It's called the Teen Substance Use Disorder Treatment Program. Big long title, but what they do is they work with teenagers. They offer therapy from 1 to 5 hours of therapy in regards to substance use. And so that would be a great place to go and talk to someone about how how that will affect your life and the use of it in your life, and just to help you kind of talk through that with a professional, and kind of get an understanding on those issues. And if you need more than 5 hours, they can refer you to another program. So I feel like that would be a really good place for you to start on those issues. How does that sound?
It sounds fine.
Okay. All right. So we'll make sure we'll get that information on both the first two places. And then the third thing that I would like you to consider is maybe adding something into your life that might bring you some joy. And I know when you're struggling with things, if you can help others, you can kind of find yourself. And one of the really neat things that is available in Utah is the Special Olympics. Have you heard of the Special Olympics?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, great. There's many ways that you can volunteer. And since you're older than 15, you can volunteer on your own. Or if you wanted to bring your parents along, you could. You just have to be older than 15 to do it by yourself. And they offer seasonal sports in the winter. They have a snowshoeing event. They also do cross-country skiing, and they're looking at introducing snowboarding. You said you used to snowboard. Was that correct? You used to go do that?
Oh yeah, I used to do that a bit.
Okay, so that might be a good way to use some of the skills that you have. They also have other sports in the spring and summer, and you mentioned you have karate and jujitsu, and so you're very athletic. I think that that would be a great way to get connected into the community and do something that would add some positivity into your life. Does that sound like something that you might be interested in?
Oh yeah, that sounds like fun.
Okay, cool. Then we will write up all of the information that you need to get in contact with these organizations and these places. And hopefully these referrals will get you on the path towards a really good, happy, productive life. You have a lot of things going for you, and I think that there's hope and you could have a really bright future. So thank you for coming in today and talking with us. We appreciate your time, and we hope that we can be of some help to you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for being so kind.
Okay. Bye, Jacob.
Bye.
Bye.